Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to design this spur gear seen here for our coin sorter. So whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. Come on up to File. Let's do a new part design and select Create New. All right, and to make this spur gear, we're going to use a add-in under Utilities here. So come on up, click on Utilities, and go to Add-ins. All right, and select Scripts and Add-ins. And then come on down to spur gear and hit the play button. All right, so this add-in will automatically design and create a spur gear for us. We just have to go in and fill in these features here, which are features or characteristics of a spur gear. So the first thing we need to consider is units, and we're going to go with English or standards. And then for our pressure angle, we're going to stick with 20. For our diametrical pitch, we're going to type in 26. So in other words, that's 26 teeth per inch. And for number of teeth, we're going to set that to 25. For our backlash, we're going to set that to actually 0.03. Okay. Think of this as the small clearance or gap between our two teeth. And our root fillet radius, that's going to be 0.02. And then for gear thickness, all right, we want to make this have a thickness. This gear is going to have a thickness of 0.13. Okay, and for hole diameter, we're not going to have a hole. We're going to create our own hole. All right, so we're going to set that to 0, and then we're going to select OK. All right, and here is our lovely, pretty cool spur gear created automatically for us. All right, now we're going to come back to solid here. And we need to create a sketch here on our origin over here on one of these planes, and not that one, not that one, that one right there. So we're going to create a sketch on that guy right there. All right, next thing we're going to do now is to come on up to our line tool, and we're going to come to our origin here, and we're just going to kind of sketch out a box, something that looks like this. And it's going to end right there, okay, on our gear. All right, and then we're going to go ahead now and add some dimensions. All right, so we're going to come up to our dimension tool, and we're going to set this distance from here to here, a distance of 0.26. And this distance right here is going to be 0.28. And then we're going to come over here to our circle tool, and we're just going to kind of draw a circle, not there on the midpoint, but kind of over here. And we're going to set the diameter of that to be 0.09. Enter. All right, and then we're going to make this guy tangent to this line. Okay, and then we're going to trim that line, that line. So we're left with something that looks like this. All right, and now we're going to come back to our dimension tool, and from here to here, we want that distance to be 0.16. And then from here to here, we want that distance to be 0.21. Okay, and if that happens, that can be fixed. We just come over here to coincident, and we want that point on that line. Okay. All right, and now that our sketch is fully constrained, we can do a couple things. We still need to close this loop, so we can do that multiple ways. We can come here and come down, and now our loop is closed. We have a closed profile. Or I'm going to do an edit undo. Okay, and we can also just project the geometry on there. For that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. Or let's just do the whole thing. There we go. Hit OK. And now it drew this line for us when we projected geometry. Okay. All right. So that'll do it for this sketch. All right. Let's go ahead and finish the sketch. And now we're going to come on up to Revolve, and we're going to click on our profile, and then we're going to select our axis that we want to revolve around, this one right here. And that's it. Go ahead and select OK. Now we're going to come on up and add a chamfer right here, and we're going to set that chamfer size to be 0.06. All right, and hit OK. Now we got to create a little notch or 3 notches in here, which will allow this part to kind of flex when we push it in. So we're going to start a sketch right here. Okay, we're going to come up to create, and we're going to grab a center rectangle, and we're just going to kind of drag out a square that looks something like that. Okay, and then we're going to grab a line tool, and we're just going to come across, connect it, and then we're going to trim everything below that. Okay, and we want to dimension this width right here to be 0.07. Okay, and notice it's not centered anymore, but that's okay. We can dimension this one right here, and we can say 0.07 divided by 2. And now it's perfectly centered. Okay, next thing you want to do now is go ahead and finish your sketch, and we're going to extrude this guy, and we're going to cut away, and I'm going to click on this face right here. Okay, so it extrudes to this face, and hit OK. All right, now we want 3 of these, and we only have 1, so we're going to come to create, and we're going to come to circular pattern. We're going to come to features, and we're going to click on that feature we just made, and we're going to select the axis we want to revolve it around. We can select there, and we want to select 3. Okay, so make sure your quantity is 3 and select OK. All right, and there we go. Looking good. Now this is nice because these 3 little notches will allow these to kind of flex when we go to push it into our part. All right, and now our last sketch is going to be on this face right here. All right, and we're going to come to create, and we're going to grab our polygon tool, and circumscribed polygon is fine, and we're going to click right here in the center, and we're going to hit the tab button and set that to 3, so we essentially make an equilateral triangle, and hit enter. Next thing we're going to do is come up to our horizontal constraint or vertical constraint, and we're going to make this vertical or in line with that. Okay, now we're going to come to our dimension tool, come down here, and we're going to set this distance to 0.308, enter, and that's it. Let's finish our sketch, and we're going to extrude this all the way through the part. Okay, a distance of, we'll just say 0.7, I think should be enough, and select OK. All right. Last thing you want to do now is to go ahead up to document settings, appearance, give your part a color. All right, and don't forget to save it. That'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.